Hey team, welcome, welcome, welcome. It is our fourth session of the 5 elements. And I am here today to discuss, because business is conversation and conversation is business. We are here to discuss how it is so very important to have support with any business, with any infrastructure, with any base business. Multi-level marketing is what we are talking about. Hello, I am Tanya Enochs, Coach Tanya. You can call me T. I just wanted to stop in because, as I said, it is a series. We are here giving you a series, a wealth of information that you can take along any multi-level marketing road. All right. Make sure you catch the previous sessions where we began talking about the 5 elements of any business. Whatever entity that you have in store, you should have these 5 elements, and we are breaking those elements down day by day. So day 4 brings us support. Check out the previous sessions for the other 3 items or elements that we discussed. So today is about support. I really want to give you guys information about what that support system really means. So when I think of support, I am thinking about a whole team. When they say it takes a village, yeah, that's what I have in mind, a whole village of people putting in. So the definition of support is you have a network of people that can provide you with practical and emotional support. These are support systems, but I want to break them down to a fine-tooth comb, team. Several different types of support. Your definition of support may not look like mine. All right, your support may be 1, 2, 3. As I stated, my support team, it's various. I'm talking about intermingling people that don't even know me. That kind of support system. And my business, my brand that I can only give you firsthand does have that. So we're going to break down types of support systems. So if you have a pen and paper, please write these things down. We are talking about the information support. We are talking about emotional. Business gets us down. You need that support. Esteem. OMG. I cannot tell you how many introverts that I've met along my 4-year journey with my multi-level marketing. And one of the first things that come out of their mouth is, I'm an introvert. Listen, this business, my brand, my multi-level marketing, and I'm sure majors across, but these are the things that you should be looking for in your multi-level marketing business, all right? It is the esteem factor. Are they building you? Are they creating a culture around you that's designed around your personality? Listen, social network support. We know that these social platforms are the go-to. They are free platforms where you can brand, build, and provide your services. And of course, the tangible support. Yeah. Can you get support about your product? Any portion of it? Is that easy road or a difficult one? All right. So let's understand the differences between them. Let's talk about where do we want to start? 1 second. Filling up my notes here. As I stated, please go back and catch the previous days where we did talk about their product, the compensation plan, and of course, the reputability. Is your company or the legitimacy of any company? That is something that you should invest your time in. So when we're talking about support, I mentioned that there were 5. So let's just go through. There are several types of support. So I was trying to crunch them down. All right. So let's first talk about the emotional support. I can only give you firsthand information about the only multi-level marketing business that I have been a part of. And the support is phenomenal. When it comes to the emotional support, not only do I have that emotional support in the message that the founder, there are 4 founders in my company team. You have to get on board. You have to come to one of our Monday night informationals where we actually introduce you to those founders. But one of the founders comes to us via social media and gives us a message for the month, the founder's message. Now, in that message, team, is the emotional support. It is the owner telling us how much we have in the palm of our hands. All we have to do is know that it's there, even if we can't feel it. We know that it's there, and we have a whole support team to help us take off those blinders, because you know what blinders are? Just our own self-thoughts, right? Our doubting self. Take off those blinders and go for it, all right? So I receive a lot of esteem, emotional support through that founder's message. Not only do I receive a founder's message, I also, when we come to live conventions, you know, we're just coming out of the pandemic episodes in these prior years. So now we're getting out to our major conventions and we're able to touch and agree with one another. And I tell you, that emotional support there, when I can actually stand with one or all 4, it depends on how much time I have, because it appears that their time is limitless. I just want to tell you just a little bit about my multi-level marketing and how the insight. It does not have to look like mine. It does not. But you should have that feeling of that emotion support. All right. And I was just explaining how I receive mine. I can only give you personal information that I've experienced. Now, those who have their own testimony, because we all do, we all have a story, they can tell you how they receive their emotional support. But as for me, comes in that founder's message. It comes in those in-person meetings where I can have specific conversations, take pictures, have laughs with each one of the 4 founding members of my business. That emotional support right there. And that's just from the founders team. All right. I'm telling you, there should be oodles and oodles. Then I get to rally around my upline, some of the elites in the business, and that support. They're emailing me, team, and I had no clue they even knew my name. They're emailing me. I receive text messages. I receive gifts, birthday gifts. All those are the emotional support that I receive within my business. As I stated, the olive branch is open. OMG, if you ever needed that some, because in my mind, there are many who don't even know that they're supporting, that makes this support team. So the emotional support is very, very important. I can recall in my old profession, if you have not gotten that message, that memo, I was police for 20 years, approximately, give or take. And the emotion, no roller coaster. Some days I look back and I get misty eyed because I remember when there was emotion so great and I didn't know how to decipher or to distinguish what they were or where they were coming from or who they should be. Law enforcement is an emotional, mental, draining position. It is. You work physically. Well, yeah, your physical work isn't 24/7. But your mental work is. All right. You may do a little with your hands, minimum, but it is the know-how and it is the staying ahead of what's about to happen. I used to say all the time in that career, they don't pay me these bucks for what I do. They pay me for what might happen. Okay. So that was that type of thing. And just not knowing what something was about to happen and you having to be prepared for it. And not having that emotional support. I was told to call the 1-800 number and make an appointment. That was my emotional support. Or someone coming up where I was patting me on the back. Yeah, that was or calling me, hey, what happened? That was my emotional support then. But now, team, I just explained the one-on-ones, the founding message, across social media, being able to connect with anyone via message, having direct everyday contact with my direct sponsor, and then the elites that follow along that level. It just depends on what day and I would go to get that emotional support. All right. It is a great feeling to have that emotional. The technology of it. Can you contact, and this is for both dual sides, if you have the product or if you're a distributor or a wholesaler, if you will, for lack of better words. If you are one of those, do you have a product where someone can contact you if there's an issue? If they are skeptical about some of the ingredients, can they be informed? Is there a website to cross-check those things? Can I speak to someone live one-on-one to ask my specific question to my specific concern, dealing with specifically me and my? Can I get that technological support that is not just a teleprompt? We have moved away from the one-on-one communication. Prior to COVID, we were already in a technological society. Everything is digital. Call, message, phone, everything was digital. And during COVID, with systems just totally, buildings just totally shut down, we had no choice but to do everything virtually. And so here we are today, team, 2023. And we are talking about that technological support. I can email, I can text, I can call and speak to a live representative. That is just something you should be looking for, expecting in your multi-level management. I'm just saying, team, the support behind it is just more than the money. It is more than the paycheck. It is about your mental, spiritual, and well-being. And I am proud to say that my brand does offer all those things. I just want to be a vessel of information. If you don't find these things within your multi-level marketing business, if you can't find these within your product or the culture of your company, it may be time to reevaluate. Now, I am not making any decisions. I am not claiming to be a professional and you need to change. No, I am just providing the information, education, and this is business, team. Business is conversation. Conversation is business. So just to wrap up, we talked about the emotional, the information behind it. I found that one of the best forms of information that I received was when I first made the decision to join this multi-level marketing business. I received my product, I received marketing tools, and I received the policies and procedures. That is information, guidelines, tools, resources to brand and build my business. Everywhere we go, there will be rules to the game. And it is very important that we are aware of those things and we have that support. Not only if it goes awry, because I too had a situation early in my business. I wasn't even a year in the business. Signing up, I gave them one number, and along the line, I realized, oh, I gave them the wrong number. Okay, I'll just call my support team and tell them. Listen, I did see before I made that call that there was a penalty for making that huge mistake. I did see that. So when I reached out to say, hey, what are my options on getting through this? They were there. It went south, team, but the support team, the technological support, the one-on-one call I was able to make, and the information that I had at my fingertips before I made the call was priceless. All right. I went into that conversation knowing what the consequences were, and they were there to help facilitate it, to make it a smooth transition. Everything in your business that goes south does not have to be a deal breaker. Things that go south in your business that we look at as going south is a learning process. Either you learn or you win. All right. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. I really just wanted to come and give you those elements of your support team. If you don't have these things, 1, 2, 3, all 5 of them, the emotional, the social media support. Do you have a team that trains on the different levels of social media? How your product, how your business or services can do marketing on social media? Do you receive those types of gifts? They are gifts, team. No one is made to do them. I am not pressured to do this video. I want to do this presentation so you can have the information. And that is all I am here for. Because if you win, I win, because that is a great feeling. It gives me an emotional feeling. All right. So information, the education, the support, the social media, and the emotional support. We can go on and on about the support systems, but these are just the basics: mental, physical, spiritual, educational. All right. I will see you guys for day 5. We will come back tomorrow on day 5. Make sure you catch 1, 2, and 3 segments. This is the 4th segment. Tomorrow will be day 5. And I do believe we are discussing, it's a secret. You got to check in tomorrow to get the goods. All right. This is where we have conversation. Conversation is business, and I love doing business with you. Once again, I am Coach Tanya Enochs. You can find me and my brand, Butter Bling Accessories, across all social media platforms. Butter Bling Accessories, she is I, and I am she. Until the next time we meet, team, be good to you and be good to yourself and others. 2 fingers.